Chief Serna, you know, it's hard to measure how much we prevent, right? But we do know that educating about safe sleep really does save lives and make a difference. And we know that 1 out of 4 of our Black babies that died in our state died from sudden unexpected infant death syndrome, the bulk of which is unsafe sleep. And that just seems like something that we should be able to prevent, right? It's different from when I slept my kids and when my grandmother, my mom, the way we slept our kids. And that's probably sometimes the biggest barrier I think we have, is that I can train the young parents, the mom and the dad about it, but I got grandma and grandpa going, oh yeah, they do that way, but when they're at my house, this is what happens. The reality is we just have to keep pointing out to them, yes, most of the time that'll work out, but the times it doesn't, it's so tragic and so unfortunate because those are lives that can be saved. So what you guys have done by taking this additional training, and I know we keep coming back to our trusted EMS and fire department and other individuals that are trusted within the community and asking more of you. But when you do this, you save lives. It makes such a difference. And to go in and look at the family as a whole and look at their home as a whole with regards to smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors and safe sleep and, you know, even sometimes rugs from falls from grandmother and other people, you know, walking around and they've got these slippery rugs. It's like, these really shouldn't be on the floor. Those kinds of things can make a huge difference in an individual's life.
And Dr. Box, Captain Nowacki and his crew, Casey Brandon, fill out the paperwork. I believe you were able to give away, was it 2 in one day?
2 families on the same right.
If you want to explain that.
Well, we ran into the family. We just talked to the husband, and well, one of the husbands, and he said that there's 2 families there, and they didn't have cribs for either two 1-year-old children, so handed them out.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? I mean, and that can make such a difference. And what goes along with that is that education about the ABCs alone on their back in a crib. It seems so simple to me, but it is such a difficult thing. It's even different. I had my grandson for the first time a couple of weeks ago to babysit overnight. First time his mommy was away from him. And he sleeps in his little sleep sack, and it's just, he looks so alone in that crib, but that's exactly the way it's supposed to be. And I really wish we could get to the Babies R Us and the other stores out there that show all these beautiful bumper pads and blankets and quilts, none of which these babies can use for a long time.
And that's what we learned in our education. One thing I want to make clear also is teamwork. Right, and they were willing, and when we gave the education, and this couldn't be done without them, and the team across the city too. We have the health department director, Arnita Cole.
Hi.
And our commissioner, Dr. Browning.
Oh, hey, Dr. Browning, how are you? It's so good to see you.
I'm good.
I'm so glad you could be here. Aren't you so proud of this?
Absolutely.
This is so incredible. When you talk about team, I get to go out and do all the fun things. I get to give the talks and take the credit for so many of the programs, but it's a safe sleep team like this that makes the huge difference. I am nothing. It is all about the teamwork that occurs at the Indiana State Department of Health. And more importantly, it's about the teamwork that we have with the boots on the ground in all of our communities and our counties across the state. So I realized by going out to all 92 counties last year, really who delivers public health in this state, realized how critical those relationships are, and appreciate what my team is doing in conjunction with the teams that you guys have here on the ground in your communities that are making such a difference.
And what I was sharing earlier is that today at 3 o'clock I'm going to the harbor side of town. I have a pack and plate that I'm going to deliver to a grandmother that watches. So that's at 3 o'clock today. Earlier today I received a phone call from a church that's having a health fair in the summer. And they asked if we could be there, and I said, I'm glad you called. I told them I want to go and talk about our smoke detector install program and talk about our safe sleep education. And so these opportunities are going to come up here in the city of Chicago. As a matter of fact, Sandra, I believe I got a nixle or an email that talked about our movie nights, at all of our movie nights. So I'd like to ask you, I guess I'll put you on the spot, I'd like to set
You're in front of everyone.
I'd like to set up a table at the movie nights, and I'd like to talk to people, or at least get people aware and maybe signed up for smoke alarms and for the safe sleep education. The opportunities that I have as fire chief, I've been chief for 3 years, and I've gone to as many back to school fairs, book bag giveaways. Now I can't wait to go, because now I've got smoke alarms and I've got pack and plates. But more importantly, the education. That now that I'm going, we'll take our fire truck and we'll take the handsome firemen with us, which everybody loves to see, but I want to give that education. I want to give that education, and so I can't wait for this summer, and from here on out, we're gonna do our best to make a difference with that infant mortality rate here in the city.
And I know we're going to see it, and I'll be back up here in a year or two, and we'll be celebrating how that infant mortality rate and that death rate from unsafe sleep has gone down. And I'll be very excited to know that you guys have been such an intimate part of that. It's so very, very important. And I have something I would like to present you with. I haven't gotten the chance to do this very often yet. A lot of them have been within my own agency. But this is a State Health Commissioner Award, Chief Serna, for you and for your team. And basically, we just kind of recognize back here what you have done in getting D.O.S.E started here in your community, and in reaching out and being the boots on the ground for public health and the lives that we know that you're going to save based on the fact with your D.O.S.E education that you're doing. I actually even have down here some of the quotes from your day that you had that was so special to you.
Oh, that email?
Well, you know, I think, you know, and when my team shared this with me, those days really stand out in your career, right? I mean,
I'll never forget that day. That's why I'm glad we were put in the magazine. I'll never forget that day.
And you should put that on the back here too, so that 20 years from now or 10 years from now, when people wonder, how did this get started and why do we do this? Somebody can pull this down and look at it. They can know the devotion that you had to getting this program started and your team and to getting this started, and have that information there too. Those are the kinds of things that we look back on and go, well, that's where that started and how that happened. So we just want to thank you very much from the State Department of Health, for the state of Indiana, for Lake County, and most importantly for your community right here in East Chicago for what you're doing.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate it.
Wow, this is a surprise.
Well, you deserve it and your team deserves it. So please enjoy it and know how much you're appreciated.
It says State Health Commissioner Award for Excellence in Public Health presented to the East Chicago Fire Department. To the East Chicago Fire Department. It's all about the babies. That's Mike Sharp's words. For outstanding contributions in promoting, protecting, and providing for the health of infants in Indiana. Presented May 15, 2019 from Dr. Kristina Box. Thank you very much.
So welcome.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
I'd like to definitely have the crews that are here, my deputy chief, come up here and share this award. Come up here and we'll take a picture, because like I said, I embraced it when I came across Mike Sharp and we talked about it. But if it weren't for the crews, if it weren't for the team, we can't do this alone.
There's your boots on the ground, right?
We can't do this alone.
Please get right in here, guys. I don't bite it.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, we'll have them. Well, I won't start.
This firefighter and this crew are what made me believe that if they're gonna buy into it, I have to buy into it. And like I said, on that day, it was this shift that was working. On that day when we installed smoke alarms and did safe sleep education, home run. That was a home run. That's why I'm glad it was able to be.
I know how it is. You can go in and you can get your job done, what you were sent there to do, what you have to do, or you can go in and you can do the job that really needs to be done for the family. And that's what you guys are doing. You're going in and doing the job that really needs to be done for your community and your families. And I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. It means the world. And I'm excited to see how those rates are going to go down in the future.
Thank you. And I've got more copies of that also. And I invited our health department director, Dr. Browning, because I want to let you know some of the plans that we want to do with the health department. Because where do they see the most here in Chicago? Moms and babies, the health department.
Yep.
They're always going there first. So we're putting plans together on how we can get this education, fire department involved, get this education in partnership with the health department. So I want to make sure we spend a minute and we can share a couple of the ideas that we have, just so you know you can take this with you. And of course, the mayor.
Definitely got more time.
All this is possible without the mayor. I always have to make sure that everybody knows that he inspires me because of the job that he does, not just when he was a fireman, because he was my first captain.
You say I hire you.
Oh.
Because he was my
Now
first
you still got
captain.
control of your job, right?
Not because he was my first captain, but because he inspires me because of the job he does as mayor. I admire the job that he does, and so that's what makes me want to work harder.
And Jay Nowacki can attest. He can attest. I wasn't their mentors. I was their poor mentor.
There's
He was hard on us.
He was a lot. He was a long time ago, so he was a lot of people's first.
But Doctor, if you would just give the health commissioner, the director, just a few minutes of your time.
Whatever time.
And practicing.
Whatever time you like, I'd be happy to do that.
We can. Thank you.
See how he gets it?
It is.
I'm trying to be